Welcome everyone to this video. This video is about putting your dreams on hold. So are some of you putting your dreams on hold? And I know from a lot of people that I have spoken to lately, they are just now trying to get to the back burner where their dreams have been sitting for quite a long time, and they're kind of frustrated and upset with themselves that they let their dreams sit on hold for so many years. So maybe some of you are in that category where you have been putting your dreams on hold. I know I have been guilty of it myself, and putting some of the things that I really love to do on hold, especially when I wrote my Art of Tailoring book. That book was inside of me for years, and I always was dreaming and thinking about the book and the content that goes into the book, but just never got around to actually working on the book and doing it. I worked long hours running my tailor shop for 25 years, and it never seemed to be able to, I couldn't find the time, to do it. And I know that is a big excuse, because if you just, write one line a day, but I wasn't in that situation where I could focus my attention that long and to be able to do it. So I feel you, I understand, and I'm here to help you to see if there's some of these topics that I will read out to you, that maybe you can find something in each one of them, and it really makes you feel like you're putting your dreams on hold and you're not taking action on the things that are really important to you. So number one is, do you find yourself daydreaming about the things you want to do, like starting a business, making a product, or even working for yourself? Do you find those things, that you're thinking about them, you're daydreaming about them, but you really never take action to get started in working on them? So that could be one that you may be, guilty of yourself. So anyway, number two is you find yourself taking small action steps, like drawing out your products, like doodling and things like this, maybe writing down different things that you'd like to accomplish, different ideas that you have. You may even gone as far as start researching some of your business ideas, and maybe even always dreaming up new ideas for your business, but you've never really fully taken action on any of them. So this could be a sign. So then number three is you talk to your friends about what it is you want to do, what it is you want to start, if in business or some sort of a product. You tell your co-workers you want to quit your 9-to-5 and work for yourself. You find it hard to go to your job, and you are looking for a better opportunity and a way out of the rat race. So you may be wanting a change, and you've just not taken action to really get true to yourself and to make the change. So then number four is you may even be at the stage of researching supplies for your product. So you may be researching supplies that you can purchase to create and make your products, but you've never bought any supplies yet, so you've just been kind of feeling out the territory, but not really taking the action, solid action, to get yourself to a new level in your business, like buying the materials to make a product, so you have a sample product, so you can get excited about it and get started to making your product. So then I can understand all of that, because I was at that same crossroads before when I started my tailor shop. I tell you, I was at a crossroads also. I was working a midnight job in a sewing factory, sewing filters, and I liked the job okay, but I didn't like the constant, it was a bunch of women working there, the constant, chatter that goes along with factory type work. If you've worked any factories, you know what goes along with it. And I wasn't real excited about that, and I wasn't excited about leaving my young son home with his dad. I didn't want to be without my son. I wanted to be around my son. I wanted to take better care of him. I don't know. I just wanted to be at home, and be there. And so I can understand, if you're, at that stage. Because I was there too. I was scared too. I talked to so many women that are so scared to start up their business, if it's in sewing or whatever it may be in, but they're frightened. They're really afraid to get started. They're afraid that they can't handle it. And I was at that stage too. I was scared to start my business. I had a friend kind of talk me into it, like, come on, you can do it. You're doing work already for a lot of people. And I was working out of an apartment doing alterations, and I was getting clientele, and I was I was working out of this apartment, and then the landlord said, well, the neighbors are complaining because there's cars coming and going all day. Well, there's people dropping off clothing and stuff like that. He's like, you can't do that out of this apartment. So I had to make a decision to either get my own commercial space or do something, or just quit doing it. And so then I just went further with it, and then I did it. But my friend was always like, come on, you can do it. Just keep going, and thank goodness for her. So anyway, I was scared too, and I know what it feels like to be scared. I'm probably one of the most freaked out people there is, being afraid of different things. I was afraid to drive. I was afraid to fly. I was afraid to do so many different things. I was afraid to go to college. I was afraid to live out on my own. I mean, I was, fearful too, but you have to take that leap of faith, because it can totally change your whole life and change the whole direction of your life. And that means if it changes the direction of your life, it also changes the direction of your children's lives. And so if you want more for them, that's what made me decide to take the leap of faith, because I wanted more for my son. I wanted more for him. I wanted to be able to provide more for him. I wanted to be able to put a roof over his head of my own. So I wanted to do things for my son. That's the reason why I go to work every day, is for my family, for my boys, and to be able to give them more, and a better way of life. So I didn't, have what it, so did I have what it took to, I was afraid in asking myself these questions too. So did I have what it took to be in business for myself? And then the next one was, could I do payroll and the financial part of business? I was never that great in the math. And I was worried about, could I do it? Sure, I could do it, You can do anything you set your mind to. And after it's explained to you, it was easy for me. And, you can do it too. And then another question I had that was going over and over in my brain was, could I offer a better service that was already out there? There was quite a few tailor shops already existing in the area, and people who have been in business for years. And I was wondering, could I bring my talent and trade to, the local area, and would it be enough to be able to survive? And then the next one was, could I do all of the hours and still be a good mom? So I worked a lot of hours starting out. I worked from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night for the first year, and wondering if, I could still be a decent mom. Even though I worked a lot of hours, and we worked 7 days a week. Well, we worked 7 days a week, so we were open on Saturday and Sundays also. So I didn't get a break for that first year, so it was very difficult. It was hard, but I pushed through it, and that's what made me to be a success, is because I never let up, and I just kept pounding it and working it, and I was able to stay in business for 25 years. The next question that kept going through my mind was, could I be in business long term, be a business that not only was a fad or was a short-term business, but could I make income long enough to stay in business, stay afloat for a long period of time, to be able to buy a home, to be able to do some of the things that I wanted to do financially. So I was scared about that. And I just kind of jumped right in, and I went for it, and I never let up, and I was very scared too. But I did it, and I'm sure you can do it too. And so all that while I worked my business, for 25 years, I still raised my two boys, and Nathan and Austin, and I maintained my home, a yard, refurbished a commercial building, and it was hard. It was darn hard, and but I kept and continued to keep working at each thing continually until I succeeded at all of it. And then it's a hard thing to go through, but if you're confident in your skills and in your talents of yourself, you can do it too. And part of my, if you don't have the confidence, we talk about in my program about gaining that confidence that you'll need to be a business owner, and so you can succeed. And if I did it without any support, I'm sure you can do it too. I didn't have any parental support, which parents in the background can always kind of support their kids to do a good job, to emotionally support them. My parents are both deceased, so I didn't have that parent support, and I didn't really have a family support. My family lives all over the United States, and I didn't have that direct family support, emotional support that I needed to keep going, but I had enough within myself. And I had some friends that were pretty strong emotional support for me, so that helped a lot too. And I did it on my own, and I know that you can do it too. But having a good coach makes it so much easier, or at least a mentor, because they know the struggles of where you are and where you need to go. They've been there, they've done it, and they can help you get there much easier and much faster. And with a mapped out plan, you can reach success faster. And you can set up your own working schedule to live the type of lifestyle you want to live. You can work full-time, you can work part-time, depending on your circumstances. Everyone's circumstances are different, and their needs are different. So you become in charge of your future, and that way you can manage your life so you can see your family more and spend more time doing the things that you love. And so that's all I have on this video. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I believe in you, and I know you can do it too. And I would love to mentor you and to guide you and to coach you along and to reaching your success. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you all again real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oop. Oop. Oop.